you sent Shane Wright down to the AHL. Where does that fit into the whole development plan?
It's great opportunity for him to go and play some real valuable minutes at a high level. In an important role down there. So he'll get that opportunity to start with tonight.
Is that something you guys were eyeing from the beginning at this juncture in the season, or were you thinking?
No, we knew all the way along. We talked about all the different possible options and opportunities developmentally that were available, made the right decision at the right time.
Dave, actually out there today without the red jersey. How about his status for tomorrow night?
He's still day-to-day, so he had a good practice today. That's always the next step. Not jumping to any conclusions yet for tomorrow. He's will remain day-to-day and see where he's at tomorrow morning.
Back to the Shane Wright question, are the World Juniors still a possibility to kick around?
Well, that's an option that's available, but I'm certainly not jumping to that yet. Let's go one step at a time here. This was the right, this is the right timing for Shane to go and be able to play some, like I said, some real valuable minutes in Coachella, and that's what we're focused on now.
What do you watch tonight?
Obviously, I don't know if I'll watch it live, but I'll be able to watch.
What are you going to be looking for when you watch? Either live or
for Shane?
For Shane, yeah.
Just to go out and play. I mean, that's, he got in there, had a great practice yesterday. I talked with Dan, after their practice, and just to be able to, go in there and do the things that he does well, right? And he'll be able to have some good, valuable minutes there. He'll be part of a power play unit there. So all of the pieces of his game, that we want to see, in game action, he'll get that opportunity.
Hey, but during the season, how much, I know you guys are both busy, but how much do you get to talk to Dan about how the guys are doing there?
I touch base with him from time to time. It's really important to communicate. I mean, he does a great job with those guys. He's got not only on the ice, but he's got real good ability to connect and have a good relationship with all of those guys. So his opinions, it's really valuable, and it's nice to stay up to date on all of the players there. They're obviously all very important within our organization.
What does it say? Shane's appeared to be in good spirits, all up until today. Coming and seeing him in the room, he's laughing. And what can you say about his attitude? What does it say about him as a player that he's taking this all in stride?
Well, it's really important that is, his attitude and his approach. And I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, we'd expect nothing different than that. I mean, he's unlike, no different than anybody else, right? Working to, establish himself in this league. So we would expect that. Have a great attitude, a great work ethic, be a great teammate. But in saying that, it's not always easy to do on a daily basis, and he's been able to do that on a daily basis. So that's where I compliment him, to be able to have that mindset to every day to be able to wake up, come to work with a real positive outlook and a good work ethic is really, really important.
How much is the team winning so often, so early, made it tougher to get him the minutes that you wanted to earlier on this season?
I don't think that's not really the factor. I said all the way along, we're going to concentrate on making sure every day is an important developmental day. Every opportunity is valuable for him, and all of those opportunities fit into our team concept. So, I would put it this way, where would you rather be working to develop in a positive attitude where, the team is finding success and you're a big part of that, whether it's game action or not, every guy in that room is a big part of it. And I feel the exact same way about Shane. So, I talked about it a few days ago. Every day is a valuable developmental day, whether it's, kind of hidden behind the scenes, or what you see out on the ice during practice or during games. Those are all really important experiences for Shane. His next opportunity, his next experience is to play a hockey game in the American Hockey League tonight, which we all know how good of a league that is. And it's going to be a great challenge for him, but it's also a great opportunity for him.
How significant have the new additions to the team this year been to the early success? The Burkowski, the Schultzes, the Bjorkstrand, those guys?
Yeah, everybody fits together. I mean, it's not, I guess, you know, I'm well beyond, you know, splitting up into the new guys and the guys that were here, to be honest with you. The group, everybody is contributing, you know, whether guys were here last year or part of the year or not at all. You know, everybody within that room right now and everybody, you know, within that group is chipping in. And, you know, we've talked about the thin margin, you know, thin margin between winning and losing. You know, that's not lost on anybody. Guys are working hard. They're having fun. You know, but most importantly, they're working together to find ways to win games when we know the margins are really thin.
Circumstances were different, but too late, Carson's UC penalties wound up bringing guys to overtime. After the first one, after the second one, do you need to talk to him about it? Or does
We talk every day, so it's not just about the good or the bad, but you talk about everything, you know, every day. Probably, you know, for me, the biggest thing, you know, there's not much to be said, you know, about the penalty against Winnipeg. I mean, that is what it is, and that was, like I said, we've probably beat that to death talking and you know, after the game. We dealt with that once, moved on. The biggest thing, you know, mistakes happen in this game, and you got to be able to just wash it away. You got to be able to wash it, know that your teammates, hey, you're responsible to your teammates. We also got to know your teammates, you know you, love you, support you, and then you got to move on, and then you got to go and play. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do when you feel responsibility. You know, you got to be able to wash some of that weight off your shoulders and just clear the deck and go play. And that's, you know, that's what we want Seuss to do.
Dave, you did some 6-on-5 work today. Is that sort of a function of some of these late one-goal lead situations you found yourself in lately?
You know, we don't have a whole lot of time to work on different things, so just to be able to try to touch, we haven't touched on it in a few weeks. So just to be able to have, you know, we had 10 minutes, 8 minutes to touch on both the 6-on-5 and the 5-on-6. It's a piece of the game that's going to be, obviously, it's going to, you know, it's going to be important. It has been important. So just an opportunity today for us to touch on it.
We have one more home game on this homestand. How happy have you been with the performance of that homestand?
Well, we're 3-1-1. You know, so we've left a couple points on the table there, but we've also worked really hard to gain some good points. So let's take, you know, the positive out of it. You know, a couple things that stand out for me is, you know, the atmosphere that we're playing within at home it's phenomenal. So it's, you know, it's a real big part of building a successful season is, you know, learning to grind and find wins on the road, but also, you know, being a good home team and being able to take advantage of the atmosphere that we have here. You know, there's a feel of, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but, you know, there's something special that can build there and is building. And, you know, we got one more opportunity here tomorrow night to play in front of our home fans. So that's going to be, you know, it's an important hockey game for us.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,